This is a story that I wrote when I was a little girl in 5th grade, going to school. It was an assignment. So this is basically the first book I ever made. And I illustrated it. It's called Misty and the Red Rock. Illustrated by Lorra. Dedicated to my father and brother. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Misty. She was 7 years old. She had long yellow hair and wore a red dress. She wore her hair in a ponytail. One day, she was walking through a garden and she fell in a hole. She went down and down and down until she fell on some wet moss. She got up wondering where she was. She started to walk around. Boy, this sure is an awful place, she said to herself. Who would want to live in a place like this? Not I, said a voice. She looked around and couldn't see anything but a little sad-looking tree with moss on its limbs. Who said that? She asked. I did. Where are you? Misty asked. Over here, said the voice. Over where? Asked Misty. I'm the little tree, said the tree. Oh, hello. My name is Misty, she said. My name is Apple-otis, but you can call me Apple if you want, said the little tree. How come this place looks so sad? Asked Misty. It's a long story, but if you want to hear it, I'll tell it to you, said the tree. Yes, I want to hear it, she said. Well, it happened at the beginning when this place was a very happy place. Little kids would play here and people would have picnics here. Then one day, a wicked wizard came and scared everyone away and turned all the pretty lakes and ponds into swamps and mud puddles. He turned the grass into moss. He tore the leaves off of us and said they would never grow again. The little tree said with a sigh. Who's us? Misty asked curiously. Oh, they're my brothers and sisters, but he chopped them down, the tree exclaimed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Misty said. That's not very sad when I think of what he did next, said the tree. What did he do? Misty asked. He put a real bad curse on this place and said that this place would stay this way until someone could find the red rock, said the tree. I'll try to find one, Misty said. Oh, would you? Asked the tree. Yes, but I don't know where to start looking for one, she answered. Well, there's a rock pile across the swamp. Maybe you could find one there, said the tree. Okay, I'll try, she said, as she started to walk away. When she got across the swamp, she saw a great big pile of different colored rocks. She started to climb the huge pile, but she couldn't find any red rock, so she gave up looking there. She was sitting on a log, almost ready to cry, when she saw a bird flying in the sky with a red rock in its beak. She started to run after it, hollering at it. She ran and ran and ran. She tripped quite a few times and tore her dress, but she continued to run after the bird with the red rock in its beak. She had to swim across a swamp, run up a hill, and jump into a ditch. She also fell into a mud puddle before she got to the tree the bird was in. She got the rock, and she took off running back to the little tree. On the way back, she fell into a mud puddle again, jumped into a ditch again, ran up a hill, and swam across a swamp one more time. When she got to the little tree, she almost looked like a monster and practically scared the tree to death. But she told him who she was, so he calmed down. "What happened to you?" the little tree asked. Misty said, "Well, I was chasing after a bird." "What for?" the tree asked again. "He had a red rock in his beak," said Misty. "Did you get the red rock?" the tree inquired in excitement. "Yes, I did. And boy, was it hard," said Misty. "Okay, now all you have to do is get it to the wizard's castle. It's over the mountain and through the forest. But watch out. They say there's strange creatures out there," the tree warned. "Okay, is that all?" asked Misty as she wondered about it. "No, when you get out of the forest, you will see a castle on top of a mountain. There's a path that leads up to the castle," said the little tree. "Okay, I'll get there. Goodbye," Misty said as she started running toward the mountain. She found a trail, so she decided to follow it. On the way around the mountain, she saw a whole bunch of weird but pretty kinds of plants. She thought the wizard might like some, so she picked some for him. She got over the mountain and started walking through the forest. As she was just about in the middle of the forest, it started getting dark and darker and darker still. It was just about so dark that she couldn't see anything. Misty said to herself, "I wonder what those monsters look like. If I'm right, it seems like they're staring at me." She got really scared when she heard a noise. Then she ran as fast as she could. When she got out of the forest, she could hardly breathe. "Boy, I sure don't want to go in there again," Misty panted. Then she looked at the mountain and saw the creepiest castle she ever seen. It was all foggy around it, and the trees were all droopy. It had spider webs on its windows. There was a little waterfall that had ferns hanging down in it and moss on the rocks near it. She started walking up the path, and when she got to the door of the castle, she heard a noise. It was a weird noise. She had never heard one like it before. She started to knock, but the door opened up. She took a deep breath and walked in and saw a crazy-looking wizard. "Who are you?" the wizard asked. "I am Misty Riding," Misty replied. "What are you here for?" asked the wizard. "I'm here to give you a red rock and some flowers," said Misty. You mean you have a red rock?" asked the wizard excitedly. "Yes, I have the red rock," said Misty. "Oh, joy! Now I have every red rock on earth," said the wizard, jumping up and down. "Not yet. First, you have to turn this place back to the way it was and invite the people here again," said Misty. "Oh, well, okay. Where do you want me to start first?" asked the wizard. "First, I want you to turn the rocks back to flowers, and the swamps and mud puddles back to lakes and ponds. Turn the moss back to grass, and let me think. You could also turn the forest into a pretty one." Send the monsters away too, so the animals can have a safe place to live, said Misty, running out of things to say. Oh, goodness, you're asking for too much, said the wizard. Well, you want this red rock, don't you? Said Misty, sort of matter-of-factly. Yes, I do, I really do, said the wizard. Okay then, do as I ask of you, or you won't get it, said Misty. All right, hop on my broom, said the wizard. She hopped on the broom, and away they went. They flew over the forest. The wizard waved his wand, and the forest turned into a pretty green color. When they came upon where the little tree was, and he turned the rocks back to flowers, the swamps and the puddles back to lakes and ponds, and the moss back to grass. Okay, now make the tree healthy again and let him bloom blossoms, said Misty. The wizard waved his wand, and the tree was healthy, and it had a whole bunch of apples on it. Okay, now take away the clouds and let the sun shine, said Misty. He waved his wand, and the clouds went away, and the sun shone brightly. Now is that all you want, little girl? Asked the wizard. My name is Misty, if you please. And no, I want you and your part of this land to be banished away forever, said Misty. All right, give me my rock and I'll go, said the wizard. She gave him his rock, and away he flew. He never came back, and nobody knows where he went, and probably doesn't want to know. But as far as I know, that place is as happy as any place could be, and Misty goes and visits with the tree every summer. The end.